Hey, what's up? Dilio coming back to you once again. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to enjoy the privilege once again to do a beat remake video in the way that I like to do it. And I'm glad that you could come and hang out with me. Shout out to the notification squad and also the supporters and also the experts that will be on this video. Make sure you check the comments, look out for them because they're there. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to kill two birds with one stone. I know that the 2Pac movie is coming out in June, so I'm going to be trying to focus a lot on 2Pac. I may switch up a little bit of trap tutorials, but today I'm going to work on a 2Pac / Michael Jackson because, again, to me this is two birds with one stone. So we're going to do 2Pac's Unborn Child, but instead of just sampling Michael Jackson's Liberian Girl, which is where the song was sampled from for the 2Pac record, we're going to remake that from scratch. And as we remake that, we're going to have pretty much what would be the sample for 2Pac's track. Alright, so make sure you check out the links in the description below. I got a lot of cool stuff there. I got some preset libraries, some chord libraries and stuff like that. Even my original music, I really like you to check it out. Those links are in the description below. And be sure to check those out. And I'm actually going to feature some new sounds that I put in Chemical Season 2 from the tutorial. And before we get started, let's go ahead and go to the screen and deal with a little bit of the background. So let's go there. Alright guys, let's go a little bit on the background of this remake right here because I think it's really cool, pending the new 2Pac movie coming out, and because Michael Jackson, hey, there's no explanation needed there. So we're going to do a remake of Liberian Girl, and so this came out in 1989, but it was recorded 2 years earlier in 1987, and it was produced by Quincy Jones and co-produced by Michael Jackson. When I was trying to figure out the sounds for it, I think that it came from one of the drum boxes at the time, and so it didn't quite sound like a Linn drum, so I went to the other drum machine that was popular around the 80s, and that was the Oberheim DMX. Now, the Oberheim DMX was a popular drum machine, and it came out in 1980. So as you can see, it could put out. Well, actually, it was released in 1980, so it actually had a lot of time to be circulated around the market before it was produced in 1987. So it's been out for 7 years since then. Then we move up to 2Pac, which samples the song of Liberian Girl from Michael Jackson. And that came out in June, about 16 years ago, June 5th, 2001. And it was produced by Johnny J and Trackmasters. So we start here with Liberian Girl. We're going to use some sounds from the Oberheim DMX. And then we're going to try and recreate what was sampled here in this record. And then we're just going to try and tie it all together at the end. So I hope you enjoyed this little bit of background. Let's go back to the camera and let's go ahead and remake the track. Okay, so we're done with talking about the background. Now, I picked the tempo of 104.20. That's the tempo I chose. It may or may not be the original tempo. I'm quite sure there's an expert that will be in the comments to let you know about that. And again, this is a casual for fun tutorial. I'm just having fun. I really like the groove. And I'm doing my interpretation with the sounds that I have to recreate the sound. Now, if you find that unsatisfactory, go ahead and find another channel or go ahead and make your own videos. And I'm quite highly unlikely that you're going to be able to do a better job than I can. Because anybody who can really do a better job than me don't have time to critique me. That's just how it is. So, if you want to be an expert, go ahead, but you're going to look stupid. Alright, so with that disclosure out of the way, I'm glad you're still here. We're going to start in the key of A flat. And I have this sound that I made called the 80s pad. And this is a Chemicals Season 2 preset. This is not in the Chemicals Phase 1. This is a Chemicals Season 2 preset. And we're just going to do a 4-bar loop. And we're going to start there and we're going to add on. So let's play that. Now, because I like this song so much, I decided to go a little bit further. Because I like this song so much, I decided to go a little bit further with the sound design. So what I decided to do is just get a second little pad sound in there. And I believe the pad sound is more of a vocal pad sound, but that was from samplers produced in 1987, so that might have been an EMU or something like that. I want to give a shout out to Dwight. If you're watching this video, man, thank you so much for educating me on a lot of the production stuff. Just want to give you a shout out if you're watching this. So now we're going to add a second pad. And even further, I'm adding more. I'm using a pad sound off of Dune 2. It's called Chill Out, and it's a preset on Dune 2. If you know anything about me, I'm a big fan of pad sounds. I like to design them, I like to use them, I like to mix them up. But this is going to set the atmosphere to me for the beat. It's really simple chords. So just going to add that. Make a 4-bar loop. Right there. Alright, let's move on to the bass line. Now the bass line, I'm going to mix a couple sounds. First I'm going to take a bass patch from a DX7. That was a popular keyboard in the 80s, and it just has that throwback feel. So I'm going to use that sound, and I'm also going to mix with a patch that I designed called 80s Bass that's on Chemical Season 2, and that will be available at the publishing of this video. So let's go ahead and just do the bass line. So we're just starting at the A flat, F sharp, A flat, then C sharp, then E flat. Really simple. I'm going to make a 4-bar loop. 4-bar loop, and let's try that. And what I also made was a kind of a synthesizer, really quick. I'm just going to do that to fatten up the bass and give it a little bit of more of a fattening there. So let's do that. Now let's get to the drums. This is where it's going to start getting interesting. So I'm going to match the kick drum to the bass line. Actually, let's start with 4 on the floor with the hi-hat. Okay, let's add the kick drum. Now I'm going to add the shaker. Now I'm going to add the rim shot. So for the drum sounds, I'm just using some old school drum machine, as you saw, the Oberheim. So got the kick, shaker, hat, and the rim shot with a special reverb that I added on to that sound. To me, sounds like the original song. So we're going to play it back. So now we're going to add the marimba sound, and I didn't quite find a wavetable based marimba sound, so I used the DX7 preset. And we're just going to play a little harmony line there. So I'm going to move it. That's it. Alright, so let's let's put that down. Let's create a 4-bar loop. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to mix it with this one. I may just keep it with the DX7 to keep it more of that digital old school sound, in my opinion. Alright, so let's put the pattern on. Let's try it. Here we go. Marimba. I messed up. Let's do it again. So I got a second preset with that. I'm just going to do a little glissando, and the glissando is where you kind of, you don't play them all at the same time. And I'm going to turn off the quantization so it doesn't quantize that glissando, or it'll just be robotic. So we just want to kind of, and I'm just going to put that in the beginning of the beat with a 4-bar loop, and let's see if I can do it. One more time. About as close as I'm going to get it. Liberian girl, you came and you changed the world. And love's so brand new. Liberian girl. I get into it because I love this song. So now we got one more part where it's kind of like these chime sounds. And I just use a synthesizer patch for that. Just kind of a synthesizer bell or sound will do. So I'm just going to add that. If I can emulate it, here we go. So that's pretty much right there, to me, the groove. And I didn't do the bridge. I'm not doing the chorus or intros. I'm just sticking to that particular part of the groove because that is the main groove that I feel that was sampled for the 2Pac record. So now we're going to go ahead and shift gears and talk a little bit about the 2Pac record. Now, for what I could listen to here, the tempos were slightly faster in the 2Pac song. So a little bit of detune there. And so for the sake of this video, I'm just going to speed up the tempo a little bit and add pretty much all I really hear as far as the difference. There's a little hi-hat that's kind of riding on it for the 2Pac record. So I'm going to speed up the tempo and then add some hi-hats from like an acoustic hi-hat, and I think we got the 2Pac version. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's speed it up. that's basically it. We just killed two birds with one stone. First, I wanted to do the beat for the 2Pac Unborn Child record, right? But I wanted to recreate the sample that was using that from scratch by doing it the way that was done in the original record that was cut back in the late 80s, which was Michael Jackson's Liberian Girl. So I hope you like this video. Please hit the subscribe button. It helps this channel out. Hit the like button. That helps this channel out. Share this video on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're at. Please feel free to share that video. Feel free to leave your comments below. If you have some insightful details about the song, please feel free to share. If you're just here to... Actually, you can do whatever you want. I don't care what you do. Just feel free to voice yourself. But I do care if you like the video, subscribe. Well, let me put it this way. Do what you feel like doing at this point. But I'm glad if you enjoyed it. If not, oh well. So please make sure you check out the links in the description below. There's a lot of links in there. I got some sounds for sale, some presets for Massive. So if you're interested in those, please check out the links in the description below. And stay tuned for more videos from Dilio right here at the Dilio T2K channel. I'm out of here and I'm about to play the beat with direct audio right about now.
This video is sponsored by Chemicals, a preset library from Massive including pads, leads, bass sounds, and more. Be sure to visit DilioT2K.com to hear it live and pick up your copy today.